Check, check. Hey there, how do I say that? Jack Thiemann. Jack Thiemann, that's a name I don't recognize. Welcome. How's the sound, all right? Mic volume's good? Jack Thiemann. I know we have a little delay. Okay, good. All right, we'll start. We'll give a couple minutes. Only 3-4 minutes to get people on. Interesting lineup today. What do I got? Looks like it's mostly. Yeah, but I got some crypto in the cut at the end. I've got some semis and the ES, which well, it'll be easy for me to look at. All right, there we go. It's a couple more minutes. We'll get it rolling. Okay, let's get her started. Who's that? Oh, it's Sam. Hi, guys. Well, I got to confess, I'm a little under the weather today. Let me get this. Let me get the disclaimer out of here. Yeah, something. Last night I was just watching a movie with the wife, and all of a sudden I got severe chills. I don't know what the hell is going on. Some sort of cold or something hit me, so I'm a little under it today. I'm gonna go as long as I can here. Or if I feel like my judgment is off because I'm just out of it today, I will stop here. So I guess that's a disclaimer. On the TA today, I should be fine. I always harken back to my in high school. I got as I was a senior, I was going into the last group of finals. I got mono. I had like 104 temperature, and I had to take the finals. I had the best grades of my entire high school career while I had mono. So nothing to be said. Well, certainly you can do it. Okay, so this is what do I got here? This is Jesus. LivePeer token. I have no fucking idea what they're about, right? So I'm sure some of you guys do. I have none. Zero. Zip. Do I need to know? No, I do not need to know. It's into wrapped ETH in US dollars, right? So who, this was somebody fancy. This is Mo. Right? It's pretty fancy. Okay, right? So, but it doesn't matter, right? A chart's a chart. They all trade exactly the same way, period. The sooner you accept that, the better you're going to have an experience in the markets. So, oh, this is a kind of a, it's kind of an ugly, right? Sometimes with the Elliott Wave, you can't expect it to be perfect, right? This is likely you've got some sort of a 3 here because you have this waterfall, so some sort of a flat here. And then we get a very clear impulse, right? So you're really, there's no working around that. Leading diag, I know it's not great. Essentially, we get a range, A, B, C, and then it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, what's interesting here, and this probably surprised, is 0 people. Anyone who watches my content. Where do we go? Let's get that on there. What a shocker. Now, this is unusual, and I think, again, we're kind of stuck with this. There's a little, it's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a little impulse there, but it looks like we're going to truncate. We're not going to get to the highs of those wicks. Kind of a last resort, but I don't want to try and connect. Oh, let's get all this in here. Right? It's not bad. It's not bad here, but I don't think this is A, B, C, and then we're going for the 5. I think we're in. Now, I could be wrong, certainly, right? But this 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 looks like that's good there. Now I'm on a oh shit, what am I on a daily? Again, this, oh geez, listen to me. This is kind of like this down here, right? We just have this box that we get into, right? It's very typical for the markets, right? The algos play to this, right? So here's consolidation. So we rally, consolidation, retrace. Consolidation, rally, retrace. So we'll see how this plays out. But I think this is, given we've got this. Now, we don't get to target here. So this algo is still hot, right? It won't exit the market until it breaks that 65. But even then, right, you'd have to come down here. So there's no, just because we show these all the time doesn't make it that much easier. But certainly, no one who follows our content, no members are going to sell into that. You're not that dumb. So as we sit here, if this is indeed finished, well, hang on. Well, we got a little ways to go here. Now again, this is, you're kind of making an educated guess here. Well, certainly we're not going any higher before we finish this correction. So what would your first thought be, right? Obviously, right? Well, A, maybe there's more B there, C, something like this to come down and correct it. Of course, it is still possible that this would go higher, and this is a 1 deep 2, not a great looking 2. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It looks like it's just all one waterfall. That's not a great 3, right? So you might anticipate that there's going to be a little bit more to it, right? Then you come back up here, maybe you're coming into that consolidation, then back for the 2. That's how I would. So I don't think it's ripe for a trade right now. Personally, that's just my opinion, right? It's not that I'm not saying don't trade it, right? If you really are enthusiastic about this coin, I'm never saying don't trade it. I'm just giving you some things to think about, and based on. Not that I'm fucking Mr. Know-it-all, but I've just been doing this for a long time. So I can look at that and say, okay, what would your edge be here? I mean, you're in the pocket. And that's not a great looking 3. So it makes me think there's going to be more to it. Love it down here. All of this consolidation here, come down into here. Love it there, right? You'd have the algo taking profit as it hit the 50. Seems pretty realistic. Yeah, the question is, right, what's going to happen with crypto, right? We're getting some mixed signals today. You got the ETH ETFs hitting. It's, it's not a rip-roaring rager across the alt space here, but, it's an improvement, right? It's one more step forward towards the crypto space getting some street cred. You got the big dogs want to get in on the action, from BlackRock to all the major banks, right, want a piece of it, right? Because there's too much money to be made, right? They're never going to let that pass because they don't like it. If there's money to be made, they'll be there, and of course they're going to be there. So I wouldn't short it, but I love the idea of letting this thing come down here and then look for some sort of a little pop and then first retrace, and then you go. It's a good one, Mo. Interesting one. Never looked at it. I think I've looked at it before. I just don't remember what they do, what their use case is. But all of this, pretty solid potential, right? It's always just potential, right? Support and resistance is always just potential support and resistance, right? Market's going to do what it's going to do. It often doesn't care what we think. Okay, so that's Liverpool wrapped for Mo. I don't think you gave me a chart. You didn't. All right, so I'm just working off of this. Okay, so now I've got this. Of course, I always do. I do the members first. I think we've got a few on Twitter that are asking. Right, so with the members, what I'm always hoping is that I get charts with your TA on it, right? So we can just get a sense of how you're progressing with our content, right? It's never to be critical. It's just always just to see how you coming, right? Do I see anything where I could quickly, make a suggestion that might help you, right? If you're misinterpreting something. So what I've got here, this is Besparkle. That's an interesting handle. Now Besparkle, what did you give me? Is this yours? Yeah, I had to, you gave it to me in white, right? But just to spare people the shock of that. This is his count on Bitcoin, right? So we've got a nice, you can see the value area here, right? So he's highlighting that. This is a count that seems to be taking place, I think, when I show you mine here on Bitstamp, that you get a true double here. But I think we can get a 1-2-1-2 to get out of this. So the current thinking is this is a 3, 4, 5. Before we haven't topped yet off the impulse, off of the proposed wave 4 low, right? 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hang on. Gonna be a lot of mic mutes today. Excuse me. Okay, now one thing that I would just encourage you to consider, Besparkle, again, I'm not being critical. I see what you've done here. You've got this nice low volume node here, which can be a magnet for the market. But right, note that just something to be mindful of. We've come down, right? Now, for this to be resistance, you would have expected the reaction here, but we get through it and then we come back and test it and then we keep going. So this is really eaten up, right? If anything that was here is more likely, any stop loss orders, any resting limit orders here have likely been consumed there, or people have been stopped out. So when the market starts to come down, we don't want to think about something. Well, let me rephrase that. I'm not saying abandon this. I'm just saying consider, well, this is what the market is retracing, right? Assuming we get here. So if we're going to come down this way, where would we be anticipating? Same concept, but you want it in this leg. Where can we anticipate potentially some demand? So I'm going to just take this. Can I do it? Oh shit, did you lock it? No, you didn't. Here, I'll just do it this way. So we look here. So I got a big fair value gap right here. Right below that is going to be a demand zone, right? How do we know it's a good demand zone? Because it created that fair value gap. Geez, I'm going to need some water. Okay, so sitting right here would be a proposed demand zone, right? So here's the little pause in the market. We consolidate here. Now I'm on a 4 hour, so there's a little consolidation. Boom. God damn it. Hang on a sec. Okay, sorry, I needed some fluid. I'm with a cold. I guess you get dehydrated. I've got one doozy of a cold. Okay, let me regroup. So we're coming back down this way. This is where I would expect a reaction, right? And that would be here between the 23 and the 38, right where you'd anticipate that. Now we'd have 1, 2, 3, completing the 1. Now I think that's where that comes into play more. Complete here. Oh, let's get this off of there. Right, a retrace is going to come. We're going to complete this impulse. Nobody wants to think about that, but nothing's inevitable. But here we look here. Right, so maybe this or this ledge here. Any of these would be, I think, areas that lend themselves to a better entry for the next long before we go big daddy. Right, this is assuming this holds. That's a 1. That's the leg we want. So even though I know it's just human nature, keep going higher, right? We want this retrace. It's a healthier market to do that retrace. Freak everybody out, get shorts overly excited here. I guarantee there'll be people sell into that golden zone because they don't know it's there. We can stop at the 50. It's not always a golden zone. Just Bitcoin loves the golden zone. That's the 1, right? 1, 2, boom. Yeah. right? Do not miss that one. And I don't know that I'd be going with leverage on this one, right? You don't want to get kicked out for any sort of little short term. If you did use leverage, keep it light. All right, I'm on pure adrenaline. Okay, so next I've got Asheron. Okay, what do you got, Asheron? I can't see what it is on that chart, so let me bear with me a sec here. Let's get this to that. Oh shit! Warning. That's the one he gave me. Okay, so let me launch his, and you wanted. Oh shit! So it's got to be Prime. Echelon, is that the one? Let me look what you gave me here. Oh fuck! I can't see it. Hang on. What is it? Hang on, guys. What is it? I can't see in your picture. Oh, it is Prime. Okay, so we got Prime. I just want to make sure you had the right thing in the link. So let's go to a daily. No, come here. Let's get this opened up. Okay, I don't know why I don't. I see what you've got. You've got the impulse completed. We've done an A, B, and we've completed the C. That doesn't look right. Oh, fuck me. What did you give me there? You give me a 4 hour. Okay, let's go to a 4 hour. There we go. All right, let's get the market structure off there for a minute. All right, let's get that off there. Okay, so any question about what we have here? I mean, impulse thing, maybe? It almost doesn't matter, right? Impulse, right? You don't. There are times, right? You come to something that's this mature, right? Okay, 2 is down here somewhere. Do we need to do this? Not really. Now, some of you might like prefer to do it, but I wish I had your. Did you give it to me here? Yeah, there we go. Okay, so he gave me 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So there's his 5. Now 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So leading diag into the A, B, C into the B, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's great work. Very nice, coming right into the golden zone. It looks like you're. Oh, you are log. Okay, so let's. So I am log here. So let's get from the low. Where are we? This is his B. Things that don't happen randomly. I'd be willing to bet you that's our friend Al at work. Of course, right? It might be 2 you got here. There's golden zone, but I pull from here, right? A couple of tags. It pops inside the 50. Excuse me. So low. Oh shit. Do we need that? Can we do let's just do it here. He's looking for it down here for the 2. Let's take that up a degree. All right. So down for the C. So this is 1, 2. Let's finish his labeling so I can follow along with him. 1, 2. He likes 3, 4. I don't dislike that. That's quite an extension in the 3rd. Let's bring that down a little bit. Go to something that we can spot a little easier. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2, that's fine, right? That looks good. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 3 is good. What do I got below here? So there's. Let's just do a quickie here on 1070. Just when we have that much data, we don't want this to be that bumpy, right? We want to try and smooth that out a little bit. So just doubling that price action. So here would be 3, 4 coming down for the 5. So what you're anticipating is that this divergence will hold. Now, divergence can change quickly, right? So it's always a moment in time. Now you've got the CCI under 200, which you see it doesn't stay there when it does that, right? It's always a V. That's why I like the CCI. I've been using it more and more lately because of that very feature. And if you just dig a little on what CCI is doing, right? It's just the median average over the range. So this is a 20 period. Okay, so coming down for the 4, it's just a hurry up and wait. Now, as is always the case, always, right? You never know, right? That the potential is here. We don't get that low, and then we go up here. Now, that would distort the Elliott count. So you're playing the odds here. Too late, really, for the sell. Oh, shit. Check your encoders. Getting some some message here on, what the fuck? Check your encoder settings. I don't know, something's off. Hopefully you guys can see all right. I'm getting a message here that my encoder is off. Looks like you're seeing it all right. Okay, right, so 3, 4, and we've got this nice channel here. We are in log scale, so we've got to use a traditional channel. Something like that. 3, 4, here's your, as he perfectly laid it out. You could buy, right, on, stop under the 65, and I'd give it a little, maybe 707. Well, you got a nice demand zone sitting right here that's underneath. I wouldn't ignore that. That would be some demand, right? Down before we go up. Looks like we're hitting this one as well. It's incredibly common, right? These are just liquidity points. Oh, we make a case here that we hit that twice. Didn't quite get there. One, two, looks like that's got a little more time to go. So you're just down here waiting, whether it's 50 or golden zone. You're just looking for, okay, show me the reaction. You don't want to necessarily sit down here with a limit order because shit happens, right? You want to see the reaction. If you wait for it, and whether it's golden zone or 50, right, it doesn't matter. Let's make it the 50 so we don't get locked into that bias. If it's right here, well, we got a little demand zone right here. Let's get this one out of here because I'm just highlighting the gap as he did. So I got two little demand zones here. I might tighten that up a little bit. Again, let it come in and react, right? It reacts, then you know where your stop is. It seems so simple. Yet people, I know, right? This was a huge problem for me for years early in my career, right? I always wanted to pick the turn, right? I had to lose so much money to stop doing it to where eventually it just became a rule. So no reason to do it, right? You want to target 70% of the move, not picking the turn and not picking the low, not picking the high. That's a fool's game. No reason to do it. So it looks very good here for Prime. Again, I have zero idea what they do or what their use case is, but I'm assuming there must be something good. And then also from Echelon. Oh, I've got HBAR to the dollar. So let me get that rolling here. Okay, God, I got to keep an eye on that mute button. Okay, so this is him as well. Did you give me? Oh shit! Why do I not get your? No, I don't think that's right. Let me try again. I don't get your. I get it, but I don't get your TA, which is on there. That's the TA, right? So you've got. You're into an A expanded B into the C. I don't know why I don't get that when I click this. Oh, fuck me. Hang on a second. Okay, let's try again. So I've got you. So let's do that again. I think that works. It brings up here, but it doesn't have your. I don't know why it doesn't have your TN on. Okay, but I can follow it. So he's got this. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4. He's looking for that C. Oh shit! Let's go to a daily here. Ugh. Oh, I remember this. This is ugly, right? So because of the new rules in, which conveniently, in Elliott Wave, we can do the diag here. Okay, you know, I mean, really, you're going to argue about whether it's a 5 because we had some little overlap or it wasn't. That's just silly, right? I'm glad they came to their senses on that. There's a 5. Excuse me. Okay, so well, let's put the whole thing together. It's not too hard. 1, 2. Now this is a little funky here. If we can't quite do this. Well, it's going to be one hell of a diagram. Let's just go with it as he's got it. Oh, what did you give me? You got it as 1, 2, 1. Still looking for 2. Okay, so Okay, so this is incorrect, right? So per his count. Let me get his count up and we'll look at it. So he's going 1, 2, 1, 2, which not a bad thought, actually. Oh, I sit here and look at it. Now the question is, you look here and you go, oh, wait a second now. So which one do I pull from, right? If this is the top of my 1 and this is all part of the correction, well, I get news for you. Algo doesn't care. Does not care even a little bit about your Elliott count. So if I just go extreme to extreme, we're already broken here. But I see his thinking, right? So he's thinking it's got another leg to come down here. If this is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, bringing us down here. What? I don't hate this, right? A, B. I'm getting a diet. We're getting a full impulse there so far. Looks like that's a good 4. Oh, looks like it's a 38. Perfect. A little consolidation here. Oh, that's here. Let's get this. Let's bring this over to the low. Break of structure, retrace. Here's that would be a change of character since we have a change of character here. So we're kind of in between. Well, sometimes this can be easier to see it this way. Oh, if I use these little dots, right? They're kind of big. I don't like this. I'm amazed they won't let me change the size of that. But visually I can see here's the range, right? So now here's the range, just to make sure that's clear, right? Here's the last high, here's the last low within the premium discount array, right, as it's called in the SMC community. So here's the high, here's the low. Now, if I'm coming back this way, where's discount? Right? Well, pardon me. That would be premium. So I'd be buying in the discount of this leg, obviously. So I think we can probably go 707 here. 707. This is all internal price action, right? That doesn't mean it's not useful to us, but it looks like that's the 4 coming in here down for the 5, right? So maybe 786 would put us down here in all of this discount zone down here. If we can buy it down here, you're in the discount of the discount. Catch it down here. Why not, right? So, you know, it's the same thing. Every time there's a pivot, this is the trader's lament, right? Is it this or this? Well, the only you never know, of course, right? So the only advantage you have is with the context. Well, if it's this, right, it would suggest that we're done. If it's this, right, that would fit better here, right? Are we done? Well, could we be done? Yeah, we could be done. No, I mean, it's not like market. Again, you hear me say this all the time. Market is not obligated to do anything. 1, 2, that's a good looking 3. You would just anticipate that, but there is no time, right? This is 100%. You have to deal with this always. What? This way or this way, right? Which one's going to break? This one or this one? There is no way around that. That simple little decision is the core of all trading. That sounds silly to say, but that's it. That is the core of it all. Are we going to break this low or this low or this high? That's it, right? The only way you can have any advantage. Okay, what do I have here, right? Do I have demand? Do I have imbalance? Do I have a pause in the market where there may be consolidation that would suggest to me, oh, we're likely to go here? And then you look at the context, right? Is it 1, 2, 3, right? We 5s and 3s, right? That's the genius of Elliott. You ignore it at your own peril, right? You're just foolish to ignore it. You're just foolish. Oh, I don't do Elliott Wave. That's for losers. I don't do it. No, I'm all of all the hot new stuff. It's just stupid. Just don't be stupid. No reason to not use it, other than arrogance. You know better, right? You know better. Oh, that thing that's been around for 90 years made many people multi gazillionaires. Oh, fuck that. I don't use that shit. There's a lot of that out there, amazingly. Okay, Asher. Oh, yeah, I got triple here from Asheron. Let's see. That's what do you give me here? Can you tell I'm a little surly today because I'm sick? Okay, 1, 2. Okay, that's good looking. Whoa, skinny, right? It's double into the 1, 2. Well, we got to be careful there. That All right, no triangles and twos, but it looks like we can get out of that without a triangle. So let me, I do it, see, the thing, Asheron, when I do it that way, I lose your work. That's the only bummer. So let me come up here. Oh shit, what'd you give me? You gave me a 4 hour again. Okay, so I like to come out here first. Let's take this off just while we do a little Elliott work, and then we'll put on the market structure after that. Can I do DODO, please? DODO? Oh, I'm going to go with DODO. Oh, Jesus Christ. Never heard of that one. Who is that? That's Russ Coves. Yeah, if I can hold up here long enough. You want to know the best way? If any of you guys are ever watching, and you're like, God, I really want him to do this one asset that I'm trading. I'm all over it. I know I've got a good count. You know the fastest way to be sure that I do it? Join our free Discord. Come in and post in that channel. That way you guarantee you get it, right? If just doing it on the restream, okay, sometimes I see it. Sometimes I have time. Sometimes I don't. But if you really want to, right, it's not going to cost you anything. You're just going to get priority in terms of what I choose, right? Because I always go members first. Simple. Oh my God, I'm shocking. Right to the golden zone. Who would have ever thought that? I know this shit doesn't work anymore. Okay, impulse, correct, right? Is there any question about that? I mean, 5s and 3s, we're past that, I'd like to think, okay? Right, we don't need to have that discussion anymore, do we? How are we gonna get through that? Let's go lowest low. You gave me a 4 hour, so let's see how your 4 hour plays in here. I've got to have shown that 50,000 times, easily, over 5 years, at least 50,000 times. Yet still, I guarantee you there's people selling there. Oh, let's see what we got here, ABC. Oh, that's kind of it's not a great looking B. I have to put it there. Ooh, that's gnarly, right? Well, there's a good case of, okay, the only thing you can really say here, we can deduce, right? There's a little bit of speculation here. We're consolidating. I guarantee you that's a squeeze, right? That's a squeeze right here, right? So squeeze, right? What is there are only a few things that are absolutely guaranteed in the market. Right? Number one, it's going to be harder. It's the hardest easy money you'll ever make. And number two, from contraction comes expansion. And that has nothing to do with the markets. Right? That's the universe. Right? From contraction comes expansion. Period. That will never change. So ABC, contraction. All right. I'm not really, overly worried about what that looks like coming down to finish it. Okay, got contraction box. And I come off of it with an impulse. Now, I'm not really thinking ABCWX. Why would I think that, right? I've come to a perfect spot here. I mean, the highest probability location for a 2, and I know an algo drove it. Why would I do anything other than put the 2 there? I wouldn't, right? It would just be, let's not be stupid, right? Stupid traders do nothing but give money to the people that are not stupid, right? I know, I don't mean to be glib about it, right? Most people lose money, period. So why would anybody come here and watch this live stream? If they're losing money, right? They want to improve their TA skills. And hopefully I can help there just a little bit. ABC, right? So 5-3 into a golden zone. That's not rocket science. That we can get past that. Okay, so yeah, that is ugly though. I don't know that it matters really. Yeah, don't overthink it. All right, okay, so 1, 2, right? We don't sweep the low. Some consolidation, A, B, Fox, A, B, C. We can't be a triangle, but maybe, again, I don't think it matters, right? 1, 2, well, it could be 1, 2. That's clearly the 4, right? The 4 is usually, not always, but usually the easiest thing to spot. That could be a triangle, A, B, C, D, E. Here's what it is. Consolidation. From consolidation comes expansion, period. That never changes. Don't forget it. It's easy to go, oh shit, wonder why that, oh wait, oh I know, right? It's either going to, well, one of two things is going to happen from consolidation. It's either going to expand this way or that way, right? I know, right? People say, well, trading, well, how hard can it be? It's either going to go up or it's going to go down. I'd like to see that guy's account. Okay, so it's impulsive, right? I think we could probably agree on that, right? Here's the 3, right? We can just use the Elliott Wave Oscillator for, that's Elliott Wave for dummies. Oh, the high of the Elliott Wave Oscillator must be the 3. Yes, come down for the 4, squeeze, and then we go up for the 5 with divergence. Okay, so what are we anticipating next? Again, this isn't hard. This is not rocket science. Okay. Oh, look at this. Wow, I've got an untapped, unmitigated, that's bullish order flow, right? That's the down before we go up, right? So right in here between the 50 and the golden zone, come on. Now, that's annoying, right? If you're like, I gotta love this helium. Nah, sorry, guys. That's annoying because you fuck. God damn it. You're telling me I have to wait? Yes, I'm telling you have to wait. Well, I mean, if you want to be profitable over time, right? If you want to just FOMO in, have at it, right? You'll be back here pretty quickly going, God, that was dumb. And then the self-flogging hits. Oh, God, why would I do that? Oh, I'm such an idiot, right? That is so hard on your psyche. Next time it's time to pull the trigger, you're like, oh, shit, I was such a dumbass last time. Am I sure? Then you got paralysis of analysis, right? If you're going to take something like this that's at the highs after completing a 5, well, be very clear about where your stop is, right? You know, really, I mean, just think about, okay, well, so is this really where you want to buy it up here into that wick of that rejection? All of this, if we're going to accept it up here, why is it coming down here? Or is this possibly a rejection of price at that point, at that level? It's clearly rejection at price at that level. Now, that doesn't mean it can't get up there again and challenge it, but that's rejection. That's a fucking clear rejection wick. And it's a 5. Where's the 4, right? It's not too hard to spot it, right? Where's the 4? Right? Consolidation before expansion. Right? It's always. I defy you to show me a chart where that doesn't happen. You can't, right? It's a loaded question, right? I know you can't find it, right? Because it's universal. Now, they can stay in consolidation for a long time, but eventually the expansion comes. Right? It has nothing to do with the markets. Okay, so hurry up and wait, right? That's it. If you want to be successful over time, you wait for that. I know, nobody wants to hear that. Okay. Jamie, what do we got, Jamie? Jamie, I think this is Jamie who's just ripping through our belt system. I think he's already working on purple, right? He's flying because he's applying himself, right? So easy to join a Discord and just look, do nothing, right? He posts often. He's all over the channels. He's working through the belt system. This guy is serious about it, right? He's going to do well. So let's see what he's got. I say that. Let's see his TA. I'm sure this will be good. I think he may be testing on purple. He's good. He's applying himself. Oh shit! But he's good giving me white. Okay, warning. You got white screen coming. Here I'm praising him. Come on, Jamie. Darken it. Oh God. I know this is an ICT combo. That's a color combo. Okay, just a warning. All right, so this is not bad, right? So monthly demand. So he studied a couple of things, right? So he's got some Elliott Wave here and some market structure. Very nicely done. Now, could we? We're looking at a weekly. Could we apply some Elliott Wave here, right? Because you can't do Elliott Wave without applying market structure. You cannot do it. Period. Right? Elliott Wave is the original market structure. But some people are like, I like the hot new, ICT stuff. By the way, ICT stuff is getting recalibrated. The algos are already adjusted. It's nowhere near as effective as it was 2-3 years ago, right? Algos adjust. Right? So 1, 2, ABC, 1, 2, 3, 4. That looks 3, 4, 5. I got to, when I go to that's the problem with me having these lighter screens, right? Okay, right. So now we have, let's put, since he's using market structure here, might as well put on our favorite. What does he got? He's got, Lux Algo, right? It's not that they don't produce good stuff. They're just kind of, I'm not a fan of them. Okay, so I won't digress into that. So this, they do internal structure. Right, so here's at the largest degree. Oh, come here. These are all going to be the wrong color. Come here. Here we go. Right. So at the largest degree, right. So that would be actually a change of character because here's the break of structure. So as we come back this way, it's a change of character. Now after change of character comes boss, right? But a change of character is a break of structure. Don't lose track of that. Right. That is a break because you're sweeping a high, right? It's a break of structure. What comes after it? Retrace. Now here's a break of structure, but long wait for that retrace. Oh, just out of curiosity, right? I always like to measure when in doubt. you know, you're not hitting anything. Let's see what we got here. It looks like you might have a demand zone right here. Last up, I would use the whole thing. Right, it's the swing. It's the swing. Oh, God damn it! Come here. Up, including that wick. Right, creates the supply. Maybe there'll be a reaction there. Maybe. All right, now we'll see if we can get through that. Let me get this off of here. Now, what would this is the next thing we're going to do, right? Never forget the geometry. Never, right? It's the first thing that people forget when they're learning. Channeling is so critical to Elliott Wave, right? It's a tool to assist. Right? It's going to help you, not hurt you. 1, 2, 3. Looks like that could go sideways for a while. We don't know for sure. Now, note, I hear this is a weekly on Solana. So I think there's probably very little dispute as to whether or not we have an impulse here. Right? I don't think that's in dispute. Let's go. What's dark? I could use dark green. Okay, right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3. Right. At a spot you might anticipate some supply. Down for the demand. Right. It's nice, very nice work. But you see how I can't label that without. Well, I can't do the market structure without including the Elliott Wave. I can't do the Elliott Wave without including the market structure. Right. Break of structure. Imbalances, right? So if anything, if the market's going to come back, well, here's one right here, right? You've got spots here where the market is going to be drawn. When I say the market, I mean the algorithms, right? The market makers, right? This is an order block. Excuse me, as we identify it here, because now look what came off of it, right? Big bar, right? So you know this is professional money. That's not retail. Especially on a weekly. Now they've come back right to the edge of it, but they didn't get into it, right? So it remains unmitigated. You've got another one down here and more down here, right here. This potentially, if it starts to come down, you've got all of these little demand zones here that the algo will want to deliver price to, right? That's the whole idea behind price delivery, right? The algos, the market makers, right? They have to make it fair, right? If it goes too fast, whoa, here's a good example. Here's a perfect example where you see this imbalance. Right, you see this imbalance. Well, whoa, hey, buyers didn't get a chance to buy here. Well, we got to bring it back here and make sure that they got a chance. That's what it's doing, right? That's what their mandate is: price discovery and price delivery. Right, it's got to deliver it to both sides. It's got to be fair, right? Otherwise, they got to take the other side of it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this Elliott Wave is for losers. Okay, that's great work, Jamie. Really nicely done. And I like the way you're adding, because I say to these guys, you don't have to give me Elliott Wave. Just give me some TA that show me, flex something. Show me what you're working on. Something that we use. Doesn't have to be Elliott Wave. It doesn't have to be market structure. Just something that we teach. Could be just pure median lines. Could be just fibs. Right? Just show me something. Okay. Is there a trade here? Well, okay, I would go down. Let's go down to a 4-hour and take a look at that. Is there a trade there? Are we a little late to that party? All right, waiting for a retrace. Well, it looks like you get the same thing here. All right, it's exactly the same. Jesus, it's a carbon copy. Look at this. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. Yes, there's a trade there. Right now, you're buying, you know, in a demand, or excuse me, a supply zone. Like that. Actually, I might run it twice. Just a sliding parallel here from this 2. Now that could roll over again, come down here, balance out a little bit. This is not rocket science. That is not hard to do. Elliott for dummies, right? Anybody can do that. It's just not that hard. Right? None of this is, unless you make it hard. Buy it? Well, okay, you're going to come right up into this. I'd wait a little bit. This is ICT's color palette, so I know Jamie's been studying some of his stuff, which is a good thing to do, right? You don't want to take any, mine included. You don't want to take anybody's word for it. You got to find your own combination, right? What makes sense to you? What do you see repeating in the market? Oh, let's go to a 1, see if that looks any better here. That looks like that could be done actually. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, you got a little. You'd have to diag it, but at the end of the day, it's probably call that a 3. 1, 2, 3. Getting a little choppy there. If it's me, if I'm not, I mean, I've got a shitload of this, but if I'm coming up here, I would wait for this, for the re-entry, maybe something like down here, trying to get into the 3 of the 5th, right? You got potential, but just mindful, right? That's the advantage of, and I think Jamie probably knows this, of marking out your area of interest, as it's often called, right? So is there likely to be supply up here? Well, we looked at that way, you know, back on the weekly. Is there likely to be supply up there? Likely to be any up here? You could just take this and shift it up. It breaks. That's a, God, what a beauty. What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, what just, I know this shit doesn't work anymore. Okay, so that's good. Great work, Jamie. That's really nice to see the progress. That's one of the best things about my job, I guess we'd call it. I get to see these traders progressing, right? It's putting up great TA. Now, TA is one skill, trading is another skill. But the TA is looking very good. Drowned God, dude. What the hell? I don't know what you gave me here. Jay, I don't know what you gave me. I gave you a question mark and you just gave me funny face. I don't know what it is, man. Otherwise, I'd be happy to chart it for you. So there's Mo telling me what PeerCoin is. Decentralized platform for video processing. Oh, that's right. Oh, yeah, I think I've been to their website now that I think about it. Okay. Okay, CN Salazar, one of my favorite members, been with us forever, always posts great work, and always contributes to the live streams, right? I always appreciate that. We got a lot of people that just, you know, they sit and watch. That's a good way to not get any value from your membership. CN Salazar, he's all over it. Okay, let's see what he's got. What is this? Semiconductor 3X. Well, they're getting beat up a little bit right now. So that's an 8 hour. Well, let me go to the daily here just to pop and just get some perspective, right? Context is everything, so we need our bigger perspective. Yeah, that's annoying. Well, I guess we're going to have to diag that, which wouldn't be my first choice, just out of curiosity. If we come in here, are we a little tighter there? That's a pretty good hit. Well, I don't think we have any choice but to be in log. Right? Are we 4 times the range? We're starting from 6 to 80. We're 4 times the range. All right. That's a 5, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we got to use that. So we got to work backwards. Oh, I guess we're gonna have to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's not ideal. Does it matter, right? That's part of the question. Oh, look at that. What a shocker. And here's the target. Already got it. Okay, so we can pull this one off. It's already hit. And we got this right here. Oh shit, now my colors are back to the lighter one. Okay. Probably an impulse. Now, for an impulse, now we got to be mindful, right? Now we got a little flexibility with the new rules from EWI, right? I guess they're the right, but we can't 3 can't be the shortest in an impulse, right? So we got to be mindful of that, right? We can accommodate that in a diag, but we can't accommodate that in an impulse, right? So, well, let's see. Let's take it out here and just double check. Oh, pardon me. We're good. Right. So longer is longer. It doesn't have to be longer in log, right? I'm glad I checked that. So that's good. Okay, so we're fine here. All right, so that's the annoying thing about working with log. It fucks up your TA, your volume profile. It's annoying, right? But the ranges are so huge, you got to use it. Okay, so 3, 4, 5. All right, let's go back to what you gave me, which is a 4 hour. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. I mean, anybody confused there? Is that hard? No, I don't think so. A, B, expand the B, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So, oh God, look at this. It's sweet. Coming right in there. He's using, I think that's 707, 786, I might have 887. So he's got the full suite there. Well, look how nicely that plays. Now what's down here? I got a little unmitigated bullish order flow right here. Right, the down swing, right? The down before the up, right? And now it hasn't been tapped, right? It hasn't been tapped, right? Delivery, right? Got to deliver to where it's fair, right? It got out of here awfully fast. Hey, 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 whoa, whoa. Bring it back here where it's fair. They got to get a chance at it. I always just to see if it's an extra piece of TA, right? Nothing, there are no random pivots in the market, right? So coming down here at 200%, the length of the A projected from the B. Splitting the golden zone, that wouldn't surprise me at all. But that doesn't mean buy it. That's never what that means. That means, okay, area of interest. Well, let's see what happens when we get there, right? Do we get a reaction? If we do get a reaction, well, first, let's make sure we sweep the last swing high, right? It may have to, on a daily, probably be all the way up here, right? We got to get a bigger reaction before we get this, right? That's our entry. Now, I guess to some degree, it's a question of what are we completing here? Now, this could be a 3-4, and we're going to have an extension in the 5th, and this is going to go higher. But we can't ignore the possibility that let's see here, that we finished it, right? And it needs a deeper retracement. I mean, if Bitcoin and everything else starts to come down, that's likely what you're looking at. Oh shit, that's too big. Hang on. I'm sick, so I'm easily annoyed by TradingView. Okay, right, so, okay, 3, 4, 5, oh shit, 5, A, B, C. Well, if we're coming down, if it's finished, right, all of this shit would be off of here. We're taking all of this off as just an alternate. If we've completed here, which is very, very possible, A, B, C, right, well, that would make you think, well, wait a minute. It can't be 1, 2, 3 for an A, so it would have to be A, B, C for a W. But that's a long way down, right? If this is going to come all the way, it's got a long way to go. Which I know you guys know what I'm about to do. Right? I'd pull it from the 5. Just looking for this, like, oh, well, that big fat range down here. Now, if I was going to use volume profile, like one of the guys was doing it earlier, I don't want to pull. I want to pull from the way up. What's it going to run into? Here's value. Here's POC. Looks like this got tapped just a little bit. Got tapped, right? So you could call that mitigated. This is unmitigated. Right, it's untouched, right? Down before we go up. It's untouched, right? So algo will have a reason to bring it down here. Maybe you get to the 50. You'd have all of this as well, right? As I think I showed that earlier. You'd have all of this untouched. So big base of support. But again, like, oh, fuck, I got to wait? I wanted to buy. I want to be rich now. Well, if this is W, X, Y. Right, that's a lot to wait for, right? You're out at 25, right, for the SOX to come. Now, of course, that's just, we're hypothesizing based on where we are, where we're sitting right now. Nobody knows that that's what's coming, right? It's just looking at it, that would be the context based on what we have so far. Right? It's not going to be 1, 2. So what's left? A, B. That's the power of Elliott Wave that I think is unappreciated by many. It's the, if not this, then that. And if not that, then this. No other TA approach gives you that fork in the road, right? It doesn't. That's the unique to Elliott Wave. Sorry, SMC guys. All right, you don't have the advantage there. The ultimate combo is Elliott Wave with market structure. Now you get the best of both worlds. Okay, so that's CN Salazar. Thanks for that. Again, I think it's hurry up and wait. Let them come down. Love it down here. Now, if it goes up and we do this, well, okay, we'll be back here thinking, oh, we have to reconsider this count. Maybe it's 1, 2, 1, 2. That doesn't seem right, but take it out at log scale. It's hard. It's hard to call that anything but an impulse. 1, 2, 3, 4 doesn't overlap the 1, 5, right? How do we not call that an impulse? You don't. You do, right? So this is a lot of things going to have to happen to change that. Okay, hang on. Excuse me, trying to wet the whistle here. Okay, how am I doing? All right, I haven't fallen over yet, so I guess I'm okay. Mojaka, thoughts on this diag from April lows on ES? Okay, let's see it. Copy link. I've got the ES up here somewhere. I think I've got my day trading stuff, though. I don't think I have a daily, so we'll use this. Okay. Well, Mojaka, this is, yeah, he knows how to give me a chart. Okay, so this is a 4-hour. Oh, interesting. Okay, well, that's unusual. So you're giving me, so he's giving me September futures. Interesting. Well, to some degree, well, yeah, let me stick with what you gave us. Because we don't get the context of what's come before, right? To give you, is this a 2 or a 4 or what is it? Because we're using the individual contract rather than the continuous contract. But let's stay with his thoughts here. 1, 2, well, that's clearly an impulse. That's a 3. That's clearly an impulse. That's a 3. That's clearly an impulse, right? So hard to argue with this. It's really not much I see wrong with it. I'm not sure about this here. Let's just, out of curiosity, see if we go to default here. Well, there's the 80 getting burned. I think here, if I go over here, I've got, oh, this is all, that's a 10-minute. Wait, I was going to show you guys this. I'll come back to that at the end. It's like 100 measured moves in here. But let me stay with his. I mean, it's hard not to like it, right? So at this point, right, we have to have the overlap here, which certainly we could, right? So you'll note here he's pulling from here, right? That's his golden zone right here. And it looks like I got golden zone and the 1 and the 1, 2, 3, 6. That's going to be this. So this is nice. This is nice work. All right, so he's got the 100, the 2, 3, 6 all right here at this little pocket, right? So he's got a hot box down here. You can pull this over. What do we see? Right, unmitigated bullish order flow. Right, it hasn't been tapped. Unmitigated. Just for a second here. Let me just, since it's. Which one is yours here? I don't think it'll matter here. Let me. And you're giving me a 4-hour. Go to futures here. Just see if we put it in context, do we get a different look at it? Oh, shit, that's. Oh. Okay, well here see now you'll note this, right? So he's giving me, we don't have any of this context over here. That's the only thing I'm bringing here. It's not that his count is wrong in any way, shape, or form. I'm just looking at, okay, if I include all of this, where am I, right? Well, I probably got to be in log scale. Well, here, impulsive correction. This is where it's a little bit of a judgment call. You're kind of stuck with this. Is it here, 2? Right, that looks to me like 3, 4, 5. Right now, I could be wrong, but let's look at the internal count. Well, let's take that up just as an alternate. I'm not saying this is right, his is wrong by any means. I'm just giving you an alternate here. So interesting. Okay, so we look here now. I think we have to do it here, right? So we have to go here, A, B, C, W, E. Fuck. No, we might have to do A, B, C. A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to get that 2. But I think this then is 1, 2, because if I'm not mistaken, that's a golden. It is. Third target. So just looking at that, one possibility here would be, okay, if it's one, now there's two things it could be. It could be 1, 2, 1, 2, which again, I think that's 1, 2 because of the depth, right? You wouldn't be thinking 4. Oh shit, come here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right, which I only just, okay, I'm again, not saying that one's right, one's wrong. I'm just going, why not that? Right? That's the first question you always have to ask yourself. Okay, why not? Why not this impulse? What's wrong with it? Something wrong with it? we have an imbalance, right? Do we have some, are we not getting alternation? Okay, that's, you know, yeah, the fuck, what am I going to do with that? WXY probably, right? Because it looks like a 5 at this distance. You probably do it as a WXY. It's not ideal. What is pretty clear, right, is if we look here, this sure looks like we've got a wedge going in here. How do you not think that? Okay, now, use your tools, right? If that's the 1 and that's the 2, let's make sure I'm right on them. I am sick. 1, and that's the 2. Here's your 2618, just missing that right now. We could kick up higher here, but that's pretty much an extreme, right? On a daily to get a 2618 off of a 1. And I think we know there's a golden in there. Golden corner pocket right here. Right, that 80 was burned early. All right, so that's really, you only get it once. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It strikes me here, again, I've got a huge unmitigated section here on the daily. Well, some of this got hit. Let's just go with this right here. Right, untouched, right? Went up, we didn't come back to tap it. 3, well, where would you anticipate the 4? Right, why would you anticipate something other than where does it usually go? Right, wouldn't you start there? Where does it usually go? Oh, if that's a 4. Oh, interesting. See, that's the little fucker right there, right? You do that, now you got a diag. Do that, right? You sneak by, and it's a golden. It's Elliott shuffle, maybe. Clearly, right, what happened there was a stop run, right? That's a liquidity grab. We can all, I think, identify that. That's grab liquidity, take it down, right? When they take it down here, where you can kind of see it. Oh, let's see if we got. You probably use the whole down move there. This, all of this down. Let's use this. Let's tighten it up. Oh, were we technical here? 50 to the tick. I'm going to guess it didn't. Well, it probably got its target a little bit later. Go here. Any different? It still gets its target. Bull market's over. Well, there's a lot of people say, oh, God, it's time about AI was overdone, right? We're at 28 times earnings in the S&P, right? We got to retrace a little bit. Retracements are good for the market, not bad, right? You got to get over that. If you're a retracement trader, you've been sitting here, God damn it, retrace already. You're waiting for it. Please, please give me the fucking retracement so I can get in the market, right? This relentless grind is that you just got to bump, still going. If you're a retracement trader, it's kind of annoying. Right now, did you have some retracements in there? Yeah, of course, right? They're always there. There's one, there's one, there's one. There's consolidation. What comes after the consolidation, right? Is, again, never fails, right? Expansion. Coming back, we got a little gap here. Likely to get filled. ABC into the 4. Come down here. Down before up, right? Unmitigated. Fill the gap. I expect that happens pretty quickly. Right? It doesn't get left. I'll probably do that today. It's not time to hit the sky is falling buttons. All right, looks pretty good. So that's the only thing I would add here. Mojaka. It's not that this isn't valid. It is perfectly valid. Just I'm going to give you something else to think about. Right? Now, would it change here? Would this change here? This is a 4-hour, right? I was just doing it on a daily. Let's go to his 4-hour. It looks like we're starting on that. It's either A or 1. It's a little bit different when I go to continuous, but not a bad thought, right? And you're thinking creatively here. This is very good work, very good work. Now, do we get the overlap here? That will tell it. Right, you confirm it down here. Wouldn't that just be, I know he'll be ready to buy it. Now, that doesn't mean sitting there with a limit order. That means let's see the reaction, right, on the edge of the parallel. Let's see, do we get a reaction? Then we can identify the risk and put on a trade, and the outcome is, well, I hope it goes, but I'm not going to cry myself to sleep if it doesn't. Okay, man, oh, God, maybe I'll finish early. I'm okay, but I'm definitely, I took some Advil for the fever. I think I got a little fever. How the fuck I got that? I have no idea. Okay, so this is Euro. Oh, yeah. You're giving me a 4 hour? I don't know, man. I hear about these 5s and 3s. Maybe that's one of them. Maybe. Oh, God, if anywhere where you're going to see Elliott. The higher time frames in FX, right, are just Elliott playground. Oh, what did you give me? You gave me, what did you give me? You gave me a 4 hour. Okay, so let's, well, I kind of have to look at it first. And I don't know that we need to be in log. Well, that sure looks like a triangle to me, right? If you're like, what the fuck? Huh? What? What? All right, well, sure looks like it. Which would mean, right, so it would have to be either a B or a 4. Can we make that fly? Well, that's kind of fucked, actually. Looks like, excuse me, so sorry. I forget, I've got to do that, I got to mute. So he gave me 1, oh shit, come here. He gave me 1. Interesting. Okay, well, let's go with it. 2. Did you give it to me here? 3, 4. Oh shit, here I got to go to his 4 hour to match it. That's what you gave me, 3. Why does your mind look different? What the fuck? Oh, so FXCM, you give me a 4 hour. That's October is the low. What is my, yeah. Well, how are we going to deal with that? I'm going to go to an 8. I'm going to get more context here. Okay, well, things we can say with certainty. If I recall, this is a golden. It is, right? So, shocking, I know. If this is going to hold as a triangle, right? It's here's the if this then that, right? Here's the perfect example of it. If, and we don't know. If this is going to hold as a triangle, right? I've already eliminated a 1, 2, right? That's out. So what's left? Well, you know, certainly be hard pressed not to even to think about this. Right now, could we go higher? Right? Where can we have a triangle here? B. Oh, get over there. Jesus, what the hell? No, this, I don't think I'd count it that way. That looks like a 3, right? I might do it this way. I would. I'd do it that way. A, B, C. 3, 4. This is a little fucked. So you might have to do it here. Because there's a clear 5 here. You're going to have to deal with that. Somehow, right? You can't ignore it. You got to deal with it. Okay, where does it fit? How does it fit? Let's take you up. All right, how does it fit? That's a 5 all day. So A, B, C running flat. Those 3s, well, they're not the prettiest 3s, but seems like that's a reasonable thought, right? Clear impulse, right? With a kicker in the 5th right into a golden zone. Triangle. Just out of curiosity, right? Never don't pull, right? You gotta keep an eye on Al. Where is he? Okay, is he pulling from a where did they use him last? Right, looks like they used him here. Right? Did they use that from the high? Maybe, right? You don't want to just randomly pick one. You want to pick one that they used. Did they use it? Did they use it? Yeah, they used it. So we can pull from here. Let's get that off of here. So we can pull from here and know that that's valid, right? Because the algo used it, right? And they're going to use what they used previously. Okay, so A, B, that would suggest C. Now, could this change? Yeah, but it's not going to be 1, 2. You'd have to be 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, right? It's possible. That looks like a 5. But you could do an ABC in there as well, right? So here's a little bit of a judgment, right? You got to use some little judgment here. What what is it, right? If this were A and this were B, is that C? No, probably not, right? And this doesn't look like a W. Now you could wedge it in there, but then that's you're force fitting because you want to see that. That looks like a series of threes. Oh, that's not great. Well, there it is. Yeah, that looks like a triangle. So A, B, C, right? Up we go. Now, where do we, that's the resistance, obviously. Obviously, right? There's Al. With yours, so he's giving me the opposite, right? So he's giving me on the 4 hour, and again, I really want to emphasize this. I'm not saying that mine is correct, right? Mixed blessing of Elliott Wave, right? Two traders can interpret it the same way. So I'm never saying that mine's right and his is not right? His is perfectly valid. I'm just kind of thinking out loud with you, like, so I can give him an alternate, which is not always necessary. But here, I think you got a reasonable case for an alternate. This is the leg that you have to work backwards from that. So it can't be 1, 2, 3. Can't be. So A, B, C doesn't make sense, right? If we're finishing an impulse. So if you work backward from that impulse, how do I get to here? A, B, C. That's just a waterfall, right? I mean, there is no, you can't call that anything but impulsive. It just isn't. That's a 3. Well, now you can fuck with that a little bit and you probably do the same thing here that you did down here. What is this down here? What is that? Consolidation. What comes after consolidation? Right? I can do this in every chart. There's no place I can't do it, right? Consolidation, expansion, right? Consolidation, expansion, consolidation, expansion, consolidation, right? It's just over and over and over, right? That's how it happens, right? Algos, right? They get the volume that they want. They get all the orders, and up it goes. What are they trying to do right here, right? They're grabbing more shorts, right? They're just running the stops there, right? Because they want to take it higher, right? How do they do that? Well, they need people to buy it from. Sell stops, right? And they grab them and up they go. So I'd be cautious on this one. So it wouldn't necessarily change based on what he's got, because he's got this going 1, 2, right? I'd be the same thing. I'm just getting here a little bit differently. 1, all right, come in a little bit lower. You got a nice little 2 there. Why not? Why not? If the triangle's done, it's a B, that's 1, 2, right? We're going up for the C. If his look at this was a little different, this is 1, 2, and this is 1, 2, we're going big, right? So either way, it's a buy. All right, so that's a little luxury with Elliott Wave, is that often with 2 different counts can leave you just the same conclusion. If that's the case, then I think you're on the right track. So good work there, Mojaka. Oh no, that's never give back, excuse me. Okay, so maybe I'm gonna finish early. Hang on, I'm here. Oh God, do about a box of Kleenex a day. Oh, it's so bad for me. Okay. Okay, so what do I got left? There was a request for LiteCoin. This was, there's a Twitter, X guys. I see some of you guys, DODO. Would somebody please tell me why this, I can't fucking figure out how to turn this off. I clicked something accidentally and now I'm getting these updates here and it really is annoying me. I do not know how to turn it off or where it is. I don't know what I clicked. If anybody knows, please tell me. This is out of log scale. No, I mean, if we're looking at that range, do we need to, yeah, we need to be in log scale. But if we're going to come focus over here, right, we can just leave this in history, right, and start focusing over here. Oh, fuck, here, hang on. So let's come in over here, where I don't need to be in log scale. Now I'm at, do I have 4 times? Well, fuck, yeah, I do actually. Yeah, so I'm hoping I did. Log scale's a pain in the ass. Is it 4 times the range? It's right on the edge, right? So that 40 to 4 times would be, we're close. All right, so I think we can stay out of log scale here. So probably you're stuck with the leading diag here. Where it gets a little trickier here, and this is a bit of a judgment call. A, B, or fuck, it could be W, X, Y. It almost doesn't matter, right? So 3. Now we got to get out of the hole here. Right, so I teed this up because people were asking for this. Are we in the discount? Yeah, we're at the low end of the discount. Right, so here's the last pivot that's significant to the market, right? So here's the inducement right here. I should highlight that so you can see that. This is a powerful feature. And this is why I use Ethereum, right? Unlike, right, all the other SMC tools out there, all of them, they all do it the same way. There's a random percentage that they're using here. This is 100% totally objective. That's the last pivot high before we go down. This is one time framing, right? You guys familiar with that concept, right? Where we don't take out the highs, right, until right here. But this is the last high before we go down. So you can't call this low. Do you note here the low is not identified here because we haven't swept that. Because this could easily just come here and keep going down. And then you're like, hey, I thought that was the low. No, you can't confirm the low until it breaks that pivot. That's the inducement. I should change that color. I always do that so you guys can see it a little bit. Oh, fuck. Oh, whoops, wrong one. So you can see it a little bit better. Oh, I have a deal with these guys, but I'm not going to pimp it on you. They didn't give me a discount. It's a discount if you have our brown belt. Okay, here's the range we're in right now. You look here and you say, wait a second, it broke that. No, it didn't close below. So the range that we are in is here, from this low to this, from that high to this low. All of this is just internal structure. Even that, you're like, whoa. What do you think happened there? Anybody? We know what happened there, right? That's retail getting bent over, right? The stops that were sitting here, oh no, they're going to get my stop. Fuck. How do you know that's what happened? Look, the reaction. I know, after the fact, right? But you could probably, if they get it, holy shit, right? What are they doing? Well, now, of course, when I say that, right, it doesn't mean that this couldn't go down again. This would be another break of structure. Right, so the 2 would be off the table, right? Can't be a 2. But we can't call the low, right, until the inducement pivot, right? Because this is all one leg, right? Until we break that, low's not in. All right, and same here. This is not a high because it didn't sweep that. This is the range right here. So if we apply our premium discount, right, which is, kind of a nice feature of the SMC approach, right? We get, okay, let's not be dumb. Let's buy it on sale and not buy it on full retail. Okay, that's not hard to comprehend. Simple concept, probably gonna have better odds, right? You have higher upside and lower risk. Why would you not want to incorporate that? You wouldn't. Well, I should say this way, you would. So discount of the discount, probably right here. That's pretty discounty. Now, right, depending on what you're using here, but you can't, right? That's the range you're in, right? On the daily, that's the range. Now, we go down to a 4-hour, right? That range is gonna change. Right now, I still don't have, it's just taking the inducement, right? So I have a candidate here for this low. Let me get that off of there. No, we haven't gotten it yet. There's the inducement right there. Don't have it yet. Hang on. Sorry. Okay. Well, we call this, doesn't look like a C. Maybe we can make that fly. Let's go to an 8-hour. Is this a 2, 3, 4, 5? Maybe. Actually, I think that can fly. Oh, fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a bit large and in charge. Okay. C2. Well, here's where we invalidate. 1, A, B, C. Given the size of that 1, I'm okay with this. Right, but this is critical, absolutely critical. You have to understand that, right? Or you're going to think the low is in. Let me make that. Let's put it in yellow, right, so you can see it, right? So there's the inducement, right? We don't confirm the low until we break that. Okay, all right, so I guess I made that clear. Okay, so that looks technical, probably. Got Al in there. No, maybe not. Where you can pull it from the secondary. Yeah, there he is, third. Which means they use this one, which they did, right? It's 50 to the tick. Fourth target, right? And that means they use the top one, right? So this is just a series, right? That's how it works. Right, series, golden, 50, 50. Right, it's just, when I show it in the S&P, if we have time for that, it's just insane, right? You're like, oh, come on, man, it can't be that consistent. All right, so what's the play here? 1, 2, right? If that's the pivot, what are we anticipating here? Well, that sure looks like it's starting to be a 4, doesn't it? Not progressing the trend. Consolidation. What's after consolidation, right? Expansion up or down. We don't know which way that's going to go. But I'd be inclined to think, given we've come down to 58, 1, 2. Why would you think anything else, right? Why? 3. Oh. Well, looks like 4. Going for 5, right? So we break this, confirm the low. We got an impulse off the low. Now, do we know that's coming? No, we do not. Just seems reasonable. Classic 4. Classic 4 going up to the 5. So what's the trade? Well, nobody likes to hear this, but this is hurry up and wait. 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. Right, that's what you're going to have to do. I know. Oh, man, I wanted to be rich this weekend. You're going to have to wait for it. Well, you don't have to. Shit, I shouldn't say it that way. Right? My suggestion would be don't FOMO. Now, you can maybe, if you're a short-term swing trader, you just want a little, you know, fuck, what are you getting from 73 to maybe 79? Right? There's nothing wrong with that. That, you probably trade with some leverage. Just a little squirt, right? It's very clear where you're out, right? And when you go with leverage, you better be damn sure, right? You've got to stop and where you're out, right? Or that can a little, oh, let's just take a little squirt, a little swing at that, right? Can turn ugly. Careful of that. Okay, I think I got everybody. So right click on your chart settings, uncheck news. I swear to God, I did that. Right, settings, events. Is that what you're saying? Uncheck news. God damn it. I thought I'd done that on all the charts. Thank you for that. All right. Who's that? That's Jimmy Chopa. Thanks, man. I appreciate it. I don't know what I hit to turn that on, but all of a sudden it was very annoying. Okay, so let me do Ruskovas. I'm not saying, I'm sure I'm saying that right, but he's asking. Let me get him in here. So I think you guys saw that my thoughts on the ES, right? I do not think we're at the top. Of course, right? The emphasis we're think, right? You know, we do this, or it's a different story. Okay. Okay, let's see. I guess I do it over here. So what the fuck? I've never even heard of this one. DODO? DODO? Is that it? DODO? DODO? Can you do DODO? God damn, there is a DODO. The fuck? DODO. Well, I guess we go to here. This is usually the highest volume. God, I'm going to have to look up what the hell DODO is. Fortunately, I don't care, really, for the TA. Doesn't matter, right? They all trade the same way. Do we need to be in log scale? Yeah, I think so. Okay, so I just force a habit, right? I want to get the lowest low. Well, looks like that's 5 down. Oh, you can do it a couple of different ways. Okay, if we could probably make this pretty simple. That looks like we've got 5 swings, right? Now, whether it's a diag, right? That's mildly annoying. So we'd have to do A, B, C, A, B, C. Oh, fuck. A, B, C, right? You're just stuck with it, right? Is that ideal? No, it's not, right? Quit expecting it to be perfect. It's sometimes it is perfect, right? But you don't need it to be perfect. 5 swings, 3 swings. I'm in the discount. Oh, here, let's just do it this way. Do you want to sell it? I think not. Right now, let's see. Are we technical? You tell me. I've never looked at this chart. Never. I have no fucking idea what but look at how perfect that is. That's my point, right? It doesn't matter. I don't care. They all trade the same way. 5 followed by 3, and there's Al, right? Al's in here. I mean, I can't Photoshop. I can't make that up. If you've not seen it before, that has to blow your fucking mind. It has to. If I should, is that our last one? Let me finish up here. It's inconceivable to me that anybody could watch one video of mine and not have that be the first thing you look for. It's totally inconceivable. That's not possible. Nobody's that. Well, if you're that stupid, then you deserve to lose all your money. You have to know where that is. Have to. Oh, where's the here? I'll finish with this because I'm getting tired now. Is that over here? I got to watch. So here's a 10-minute on the S&P. And I wicked off everyone. It's hard to see, I know. Oh, maybe I can do it here. Well, here, let's see. Let's do it this way. Okay. So here's swing, retrace, golden zone. The green arrow shows it, right? Here's the first target. Now we go all the way up. Here's my high, retrace, golden zone. All the way up, I get the target over here. But I get another retrace, golden zone. Now I go up, come back, 50, right? It's not a golden zone every time, right? It'll be a 50 or a golden zone. Then I get 50. Look at this, tagging both those targets at the same time, gets a little bit through. Now we start to come down. Do you see what's happening here? It's on a 10-minute. Now we come down, 50 to the tick, there's the target. And now we get into a real free fall where you'd see these, you'd have to see them on a smaller time frame. I promise you they are there. Here, now we're hitting this one. It's just nonstop, guys. It's just here, what that's going to be. You know what that one is? That's this one. See, do you see how it's all in the smaller degrees? But then swing, retrace, there's the 50 within a tick, and there's the target. And within all of that, you've got all of those measured moves in there. I promise you there are 500 more if I went down to a 1-minute chart. 500 at least. It's nonstop. I've said this for 5 years. It's not why it moves, it's how it moves. Right? And it's fractal like Elliott Wave. Right? So you've got all these little ones in there as well as the big one. Look, I can't make that up. So now, see, someone will look at that and go, oh, well, it's just reacting here to the demand zone. You're sorry, buddy. Now, maybe it could be both. Could be both. Well, again, that's David Halsey, right? Revealed that to the way. It's not fucking complicated, right? All it is just doing fibs the other direction, right? It's not rocket science. The algos don't need to be that complicated. Everybody assumes, now, not that there aren't complex ones in there, but everybody assumes, oh, these algos in here have got to be like, oh my God, so complex, quantum physics. And no. This is the dominant algo. It couldn't be, here's the dominant algo right here. That's it. Every market, every time frame, doesn't matter. I could show it to you 1,000 times. Don't trade without knowing where that is. I've said this for 5 years. You're trading, you're walking through a minefield with blinders on. You're going to step on it because you're going to be thinking, oh, it's going down. And you're not going to realize there's a golden zone right there. You're going to sell right into it. And it's going to come up here and you're going to say, oh, they're sweeping the high. Nope, they got to get to that target. And then it just all starts again. And then this one starts here. Now, if it goes deeper here, this is where you can get confused. If it goes deeper here, they will roll it back one. Right? They'll go from here and pick it up here, right? And because the algo, all the algo is going to see is this, swing high to swing low. It doesn't care about any of this, right? It'll just adjust to this and it'll go here. It's one thing for me to say it. It's another thing for me to show. 5 years I've been showing this nonstop. Okay. I thought I sent Bitcoin. Must be doing something. Oh, this is Jamie. Not sure my charts aren't being, well, we'll work it out, man. Listen, Jamie, your work is really, really good. I'd love to see it with the guys that post early on and it's like, ooh, yikes, right? Or they need the wave on there because they can't, right? The progression that I get to see, right, I do this for a living, but that's kind of nice. That's a nice perk when I see that, when I see people progressing. So, okay, I'm sick. I'm literally dripping sweat, so I've got a fever. I must have a fever. So I'm going to wrap it up, guys. How did we do on time? Well, I'm a little early. We didn't have that many from the members. I know there was more on Twitter, but I'm starting to lose my focus. So I'm going to wrap it up, guys. Okay, thanks for hanging out with me. I always hope you guys pick up a little something, nugget, right? And just a reminder, right? If you want to post your charts, come on over to the Discord, right? You might find some content there that would be valuable to you. You might learn a few things. Maybe you want to jump into the belt system. I've talked a lot about combining SMC and Elliott Wave, right? That's the brown belt, which is available. You don't have to pass blue and purple to get to brown, right? That's the one belt we allow that because it only requires a very rudimentary knowledge, 5s and 3s. If you have that, you can do the rest of it. Okay, I'm going to wrap it there. You guys have a good one. I'll catch you next week. Oh, shit. Hopefully.